a lot of things and we take care of a lot of people, and sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. But before I get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Belinda Harris, and I am an HR disruptor. I've been in the human resource field for almost 20 years. And on this channel, I talk about all things HR, from HR for small businesses or managers or supervisors to employees and people looking for a job. I also talk about AI. I love talking about AI. And I talk about self-care at work. So if those are things that you're interested in, well then you're in the right place. We do a lot of things and we take care of a lot of people, and sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. And so today I'm going to talk about a big misunderstanding about self-care at work. Because self-care at work does not mean that we don't get our work done. It doesn't mean laziness. It doesn't mean ignoring deadlines. It doesn't mean putting your feet up while your coworkers are drowning in their own tasks. It doesn't mean that. And to be honest, the phrase self-care at work, sometimes, people roll their eyes. You probably heard people say, I don't have time for that. I have a real job. Or my favorite, must be nice to take breaks. And if you've ever talked to me one-on-one, especially when I'm talking about PTO, I tell people, take your PTO. But the truth is that self-care isn't a luxury. It's a survival tool. And it's not about skipping responsibilities, but it's about how you show up for your responsibilities. Because when you're stressed out, burnt out, and running on fumes, you're not helping your team. You're not even helping yourself. Because your peace, your energy, and your clarity, they're not optional. They're essential, especially at work. And you may be saying, well, what can I do? You can do micro moments. And what is a micro moment? It is any short, intentional pause where you check in with yourself or you take action to support your mental, emotional, or physical wellness. They're these tiny, tiny, tiny tasks, but they're powerful. And I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can start doing today. And the first one is the 60-second post-meeting reset. So right after this Zoom meeting, or if you have a Teams meeting later, or if you have an in-person meeting, don't rush to do the next thing. Set a timer. You can set it on your watch, on your phone, or just set a timer. Close your eyes and inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. And let the last conversation leave your body before starting the next. I am notorious for having my meetings back to back to back. When I'm interviewing with supervisors, it's every 30 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. No break. And if we don't take a pause in between that, I forget the person we interviewed because I'm on to the next. It starts blending together. So you need to take a pause. Let whatever you learned or whatever you talked about on the phone pass through your body before you go to the next thing. The other thing that you can do is hydration break plus mantra. You probably thought I was just going to say hydration, but it's hydration plus mantra. So instead of just chugging your water, because that's what we do, we're thirsty, we go grab our water and woof, we chug it down. I want you to take 3 intentional sips. And with each sip, you want to say something calming to yourself, like, I'm showing up, or I'm grounded, or I'm doing the best I can. So 1 sip, I'm doing the best I can. The 2nd sip, I'm doing the best I can. The 3rd sip, I'm doing the best I can. The 3rd thing is sunlight and a silent pause together. Step outside or look out the window for 90 seconds. Feel the sun or light on your face. No phone, no noise. Just breathe and notice what's around you. Is your neighbor cutting their grass? Did a squirrel just cross the street? Did a car just drive by? You know, some of the supervisors who follow my channel, because I talk about a nature break, and they go on their walks. And a lot of times they'll call me on their break and they'll want to talk about work. I'm like, that's not self-care. Self-care is no work, it's quiet. So when you go outside for sunlight and a silent pause, you're not taking your phone with you. You're just going out there, getting some sun in your eyes, on your face, seeing what's going on. It resets your brain. It helps to anchor your brain so that you are in the present moment. And so many of us have all these things to do that we're rarely present. And taking a pause, it does that. You see, spa days at work, they're not long vacations. It's those tiny choices that you make to protect your peace, your energy, and your mind during the workday. It's not selfish. It's not weak. It's strategic. You don't have to wait until you're burnt out to take care of yourself. You can start with a moment, a breath, and a pause. See, that's self-care.